Hey guys, it's Millhouse and Seth here at ThunderMax, and we are getting ready to do a quick install video on our 24 non-VVT center-cooled bike. Seth is just going to go over briefly everything involved in the kit and kind of some changes that we've made for this year's application.
This is a brief overview. Kits come with a wiring harness, command center, JRI fully adjustable coilover, your air spring, a control module, a little bag that has all your fasteners and tools, and then this is our standard mounted pump. So now, to start the install, we'll remove the side bags, or your saddle bags, and both side covers along with the seat. After you have the seat, saddlebags, side covers removed, what you'll need to do is flip your ignition on, come over here to the Maxi fuse, pull it, and then we can begin the iRIDE install. So first thing I like to do with the iRIDE is the command center, and for that you'll have to undo the two bolts that hold the perch mount on. It's a T27. From there, you'll have to undo the nacelle, and then with the street glides, you'll have to pull the fairing.
Yeah.
The reason we're doing that is to get to the left controls, which is what communicates to the command center. There's your left controls is plugged in underneath this nacelle on the row glides, whereas the street glides, it's behind the outer fairing. All right, a little trick that we like to do, we'll use a little zip tie, wrap it around. And what this does is it just kind of holds your controls in place, because once you undo that perch mount, you don't want stuff falling off. So by doing that, it holds it in place so you can take the bolts out. Now, it'll pop apart. And then once you get it apart, you don't have to pull it out, but you just have to be able to expose the left controls, which is right here. Difference between the 24s and the rest is they switch to a 4-pin that's white now rather than the black. From here, you're just gonna disconnect the left control. Grab your harness for the command center. And plug it directly in. All right, from there, once you get it connected, you'll just come through, zip tie the wire, kind of make it clean and neat. Kind of tuck the wires into the nacelle. And then from there, we'll move on to the wiring harness. Now that we've got the command center all complete, we'll remove this light, rear tail light harness. We will pop this caddy up, get this out of the way. Remove the BCM up and out of the way to expose the top tray that covers the battery. Once you get that exposed, you remove this T27 bolt. From there, you pull this up and out of the way. You can just pop this up and out, set it to the side. All right, now that you have exposed the top of the battery, you're gonna take your wiring harness for the iRIDE, locate the positive and the negative wire, feed it up through here, and then you can hook it up. Now that we have the positive and the negative lead hooked up, we can re-put that plastic battery cover back on, along with the BCM and the little caddy. And don't forget to hook your tail light back up. Now we can move on. From here, we're gonna run our pump and control module wire. We run it behind the subframe, up behind your stock shock. And then once you get it there, we just kind of let it sit for now. As a little note that's different about the 24s, the signal that we receive comes from the brake side rather than the shifter side. So you'll take our harness, which is got the 2 plugs, and you'll just disconnect it from here, plug in, and then disconnect here and plug our harness in. Now that we have finished running the wires, we'll be installing the control module, the pump, and the air spring on the brake side of the bike. I like to mount the control module, and with that, you want to make sure that this wire is on the front side, and it'll just sit in these little pockets on the rear strut assembly. Before you mount it, you want to make sure that you plug the wiring harness into your control module. Here we'll be installing the pump, and with that, you'll have to undo the 2 1/2-inch bolts that hold your exhaust. Now, if you have a 2-into-1, we sell a short bracket, which would mount here. But for this install, it's your standard bracket, like so. Now that we have the pump installed, what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect it, take up any slack, kind of just make sure that everything kind of runs. It's not gonna be in the way of anything. And then you can use the zip ties that come with the hardware kit and secure it to the bike. Now while doing this, you want to make sure that the wires are not going to be able to rub on the tire, or, you know, they're up nice and tight. You tuck your little fuse block for the iRIDE up underneath, out of the way. From here, we'll be removing your stock shock and replacing it with our iRIDE air spring. All right, with our air spring, you want to make sure that these spacers go on the inside between the spring and the swing arm and the strut, and that this longer bolt with the threads on the back side is on the very bottom, because it's going to be mounted to your control module arm later on. Now, a little tip, as you're putting this bottom one in, you want to put it in a little ways, but you don't want to put it all the way in, because on the back side, it was the threaded one. You just want it to poke out the back to where you can see it a little bit. That way it gives you enough room to be able to put this 5/16 bolt, which holds the rod height arm in place. Step on this side of the bike is to hook the air lines up, and then we can move over to the coilover. From here, you'll hook the pump up to the inlet for the control module, and then you'll hook the control module where it says rear. Hook that line up, and this will be your supply line for your air spring. Just like that. Next, move over to the other side of the bike where we'll be installing the JRI coilover. we'll put the Maxi fuse back in, turn the ignition on. What this allows us to do is a little bit of a functions check to make sure the system goes up and down. And the reason we're doing that is just so we can relieve some of the pressure off the stock shock on this side to be able to put the JRI coil over. Snip off the zip ties that hold the little collars together. And you'll want to make sure that you have a washer on the front side and the back side, on both the top and the bottom. Before you get it in all the way, you use the command center to lift it up. That way the holes line up. All right, that concludes our installation for the iRIDE for the 2024.
Check out our other video on setup of any of your iRides. Have a good one.